Hey, so if you follow the show, you all know I cover the whole NFL, but I am a lifelong tortured Miami Dolphins fan. I've been a Dolphins fan since I was a very little boy. And, every single year, man, I'm ready. And I like Cowboys fans say, this is our year. Well, for me, I'm not that oblivious, but I am a real life fan. So shout out to all my Fin fanatics out there. Today, I want to bring up the topic. And today's topic on this segment of our show is assuming that Chris Grier gets fired after this year or next year, whenever it may be, because it's coming. He's on the back end of this, and bro, it just didn't work out. Who are some GMs that could potentially replace him and for the better of the Miami Dolphins? Who are some GMs? So I got my special guest today, Timeout with ARRIK. Check out his show. He's a regular guest. His description to the show is going to be down in the description of this video, the link to it. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. So the first person I have here, I think would be pretty good, and that is going to be Reggie McKenzie, senior personnel executive, and currently with the Dolphins right now. But he's former Raiders GM, so 2012 to 2018, well-respected league-wide, experience running a front office. So he's been doing it for a while, and also as well, he could provide stability also while bringing kind of a fresh perspective. So that's a name I just kind of wanted to bring up, see what you guys think. It's an internal candidate. You guys know with these hires, sometimes when it comes to business like this, they like to take and go and get somebody internal. Meanwhile, the fans, it's like almost we know more than they do. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is Stephen Ross's team. And eventually, whenever he steps down, they'll go down to his daughter. The other one is Marvin Allen. He's the assistant GM currently on the Dolphins. I don't like this one bit. He is Chris Grier's right-hand man. And anything affiliated with Chris Grier, I don't want that. So I got some of these through ChatGPT. And it says here, natural next man up if Grier retires or transitions to an advisor role. You know what I mean? I bet then strong scouting background with Chiefs, Falcons, and Bills. Okay, I like that. Now, but here's the thing. He's been with Chris Grier since 2019. So we look at the Chiefs now, and it's like, all right, he had almost nothing to do with that, right? We look at the Falcons now trending. He had nothing to do with that. And then the Bills now, of course, last 5 years, they've been on fire. So I'm not a big fan of the Marvin Allen. But here's some people that I also like a lot that are really amazing, and that's Alec Halaby, your favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, sir.
And he's the assistant GM. So he offers analytics forward, key part of Philly's modern roster building, known for balancing cap management and player evaluation. And man, you being an Eagles fan, ARRIK, man, what are your thoughts, man, on Alec Halaby? Him getting hired by the Miami Dolphins, man, what do you think that would take and mean for Miami?
So, as much as I like my Philadelphia Eagles, and I mean like as in love my Philadelphia Eagles, him being an assistant GM would be a great addition, a terrible loss for us.
Yeah.
But if we're talking specifically about the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins would know that he learned from arguably the best GM in all of sports and how we trust.
Yeah, that's true.
So if he takes any bit of the ambition and innovation and understanding that you have to be 2, 3, 4 years ahead over to Miami, there's going to be a lot of changes in that roster. I mean, you're looking at Tua out of there, Tyreek Hill and everyone else that was associated with Chris Grier out of there. You're going to get new blood. You're going to get some young cats that are hungry and are going to play with passion.
Yeah, I love it.
Can't ask for more.
Hey, you are the company that you keep. And if you're hanging with a guy like Howie, that's pretty dang good to me. You know what I mean? There's going to be some habits that he brings over. Honestly, anything's better than Chris Grier at this point. Yeah, I don't know if he got blackmail going on as far as on the owner, Stephen Ross. There's some type of blackmail or something going on.
You know what I mean? Whoa. We don't want to get caught up in a RICO case. We're good. We're good on that note.
I know, right? I know. All right. So the next person I want to take and talk about, again, here's another one. Executive of VP player personnel. Longtime friend of Andy Reid, front office member. Helped build multiple Super Bowl rosters. Mike Borgonzi, okay, of the Kansas City Chiefs. frequently linked to GM vacancies. So this is a guy, bro. If we got him, dude, I'd be thrilled. I would be thrilled. Now, I will say, Andy Reid, he is like, this guy is a scouting machine. He knows talent. So oftentimes this happens where people who are part of scouting or excuse me, people who are part of organizations will take credit for something that they had no part of.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, he's been part of the Chiefs for so long. What is beneficial to us is a guy who knows how to get it done. A guy who knows how to get it done. So that's a pick that I like a lot as well too. There's another one here, Dave Ziegler, former Raiders GM, now Titans front office. Okay, he has draft experience with the New England Patriots and also the Las Vegas Raiders. Could be looking for a second chance to take and prove himself. Okay, didn't work out in the past, but that's a name that could be interesting, especially since he was with the Patriots when Tom Brady was there. That's really good. The next one is going to be Ed Dodds, assistant GM for the Colts. Highly respected scout executive, often interviews for GM openings. So that's a guy who's regularly trying to take and become a GM, and he has a strong background in player evaluation and culture building. Um, and then I'm going to say this: my favorite one, and then I'll let you possibly throw one out there too, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Is Andy Weidel or Andy Weedle? Okay, he's the assistant general manager for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers always have talent. They almost never have cap issues, and they're not afraid to move on from somebody. Now, I do think there's certain things with Mike Tomlin that I will not put on this gentleman here, but man, I think he would be he'd probably be my number two pick. You know, my number one pick, I'm gonna tell you right now, is gonna be Alec Halaby, assistant GM for the Eagles, and then my number three, I'm gonna take and go Mike Borgonzi, VP of Player Personnel for the Chiefs.
Hey, Bergonzi would be a good name. Now, the hard part about it is I believe he's the GM of the Titans, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh,
And
Currently, right now, Mike Borgonzi, so he's the executive of VP Player Personnel right now
okay, okay. With the Chiefs, you said?
with the Chiefs. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So then, yeah, he might leave that situation. I thought he was still active as the Tennessee Titans GM because if he was, he ain't going nowhere with Cam Ward on the roster. I
yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah,
But no, that would be a great name. Who was the gentleman from the Colts that you had said? Remind me of the name.
yeah. Absolutely, that's Ed Dodds, and he's the
Yeah.
assistant GM currently for the Colts.
Now, if I were Ed Dodds, I think that would be a great fit. One, he's got experience constantly trying to be a GM or, come from an assistant GM to GM. So you're looking for experience and he's hungry and he's been waiting his turn. Uh,
Yeah,
Indianapolis does not look too promising for what they have built there so far. I do think that they will be on the rise after Daniel Jones. They just need to find who that guy is, since
yeah,
everyone is kind of coming off of Anthony Richardson, and I think Anthony Richardson just needs a breath of fresh air. I still have a small confidence in him in developing and being a quarterback, but we're talking about GMs. We'll talk about him on another episode.
yeah.
But Dodds, I think you said it was culture development and the
Yeah.
fact that
Eh,
he is. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, here, go finish your point, and then I got something to add on.
No, just culture development and player. Uh, what do you call it? Yeah,
Player development.
player development, which
Yeah.
is exactly what Miami needs right now. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the biggest part of what's hurting you guys. You guys can bring in talent, but you bring in talent for exactly what they are, and they never develop into something more.
And we end up overpaying in free agency,
Hmm.
and then because the draft we can't draft correctly or even develop who we have in house, then we end up overpaying a few people to stay on the team just to take and let them go.
You know,
And the cycle just continues. It just continues. I want to add something on here, man. So it's interesting. So he was with the Raiders from '03 to '06. I'm talking about Ed Dodds here.
mhm.
And he was a scout for the Seahawks from '07 to 2014. And then he was part of the senior personnel executive team from 2015 to 2016. So this guy literally helped build the Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Sign me up. Sign me up. Anyway, I'm excited. I need you guys, the people of Touchdown Nation, to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing. Hit subscribe. Also, my special guest today, Time Out with ARRIK, longtime friend of the show, a reoccurring guest. To take and find the link to his channel. You got to type it in. Just go in the descriptions video. Go ahead and give him a follow. He does a lot of really, really cool work. Also want to take and mention one last thing. There's been a lot of darkness this last week with the assassination of Mr. Charlie Kirk. Our hearts take and go out to the family and everybody affected, man. So what I would say, man, I think the world's better with a whole lot of love. There's a lot of evil and wickedness going on in the world. And I want to take and share that one thing I have in common with Charlie Kirk is my faith in Christ, man. And it's brought me a peace. That this world cannot take and give me. I've been wanting to unalive myself many, many moons ago. I've been anger, depression, and even sometimes where I've even dipped back into some of those things. Christ has always been the thing that's kept me centered, man. So thank you, Mr. Kirk, for being an excellent example of how to follow the Lord, even when things got tough. So anyway, that's today's episode. Don't mean to preach to y'all. Just want to drop a positive message. Comment below who you think would be a great GM for the Miami Dolphins. Look, I hope we lose all the games so we just clear house. And it could only get better from there. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.